I am alive, and it's good to be alive. Hello everyone. If you've noticed, there's a design council alert that is live right now. It is 24-hour alert, and it is for 3 nitane extract, and it is far from easy for most of us, I'm sure. It is a level 80 to 100 defense mission against the Corpus, but it mainly consists of ospreys and nullifiers. I mean, there are ospreys just flying around everywhere. So I've actually already completed the event. I didn't want to make a video during it because I didn't want to give you guys any information that wasn't really going to be helpful. So I will go ahead and show you what I used. I used Octavia simply because she has great CC and her ultimate greatly amplifies my damage that I deal by like close to 400%, so that really helps. I also used the Zenistar, the Tsar, really important. Make sure the Tsar has magnetic and blast damage if you can. That's really going to help you take down the Corpus shields, and then blast damage will obviously stagger. And the Oxalate Prime, but I didn't even use those. So I'm going to jump into the Jupiter Defense mission, which looks exactly the same, and show you guys exactly how I did this. Alright, so essentially what I did was I continuously deployed my first and second power, my Mallet and my Roller Spectre, to roll around and soak up and deal a good deal of damage, and also spam my ult when I can because it increases the range of my Mallet and also greatly amplifies all of my damage. So, and then I would come up here to this tower, maybe if I could stop sucking right now, and basically just use the Tsar and try to keep the enemies off the side flanks here, because nullifiers are going to run up this ramp there, and this ramp there. Completing the mission really wasn't that hard. It was keeping the crowd pod alive. So what really helps is if you do sit up here with a Tsar, best strategy you can do is do not shoot the nullifier shields directly, because they'll just kind of cause your explosive to bounce off of it. Rather, let's say the shield is touching the ground right there. Shoot just in front of the shield so that your explosive actually reaches the ground and detonates. This will cause all of the smaller grenades to hit the shield, and it'll pop it much faster. Aside from that, what I also recommend is using the Zenistar if you have it and you're a higher end player. Maybe you've been playing for 300 days. Use the Zenistar and just shoot it straight onto the cryopod here. I was using it just on this front bridge, but to be honest, the ospreys fly so fast that they all just spam and they get right to the cryopod in no time at all. This will also help keep their grenades and everything off it, because a lot of time allies will go down around the cryopod, but they'll be covered in grenades, so you can't really get to them. So essentially that's all I did. I camped out up here and I kept using my first and second power, my ult when I can, use the Zenistar disc, and also use this to pop the nullifier shields and also deal massive amounts of magnetic damage to ospreys that are flying around. It's super easy to hit them with this. You don't have to aim very hard. It's got great area of effect damage. And also, if you do bring a Frost, I would maybe try to camp up here with the Octavia or whoever else you're using, because I had one team of Frost and you definitely don't want more than one. Basically, they put a bubble here, and a bubble here, and we thought it was going to be helpful, but it made it very easy to team kill. I guess I shouldn't say team kill, more like self-kill with explosive weapons. It also made it incredibly hard to shoot enemies. Like, you can't, sit up here or anything, because then the enemies are just going to be inside the bubbles and your bullets won't be able to penetrate them. Also, when you're standing up here, I would like to note that it's cool to sit up on this front ledge here while you're shooting, but in between times when you're reloading, I would walk back here just to be safe, or if you start taking damage, because if you're right up on the lip here, the ospreys can usually one-shot you because they are level 80 to 100, but if you walk back here, they seem to ignore you a lot more. And also, if you have any Spectres that you can deploy in the mission, it is super helpful because Spectres scale really well with enemies. So the higher level the enemies are, the higher level your Spectres are, but their survivability and their damage output greatly increases with enemy scaling, and it just makes them perform way more effectively. Like a level 5 Spectre against level 5 enemies won't be very hard to kill, but a level 90 Spectre against level 90 enemies seems to do even better. So they scale really well. Bring lots of those, maybe even some ospreys of your own, some shield ospreys from Cephalon. Those really help you out and help keep the cryopod alive, because